I think there are people who live in the past, there are people who live in the present, and there are people who live in the future. And I am definitely somebody who lives in the past. The medieval period has always fascinated me. I'm trying to bring to my reader an idea of what it might have been like to live back then. Where I live now in Newburyport, Massachusetts, is where settlers came from England. People have been here for a long time, and things have roots. It's the first place in America where I felt really at home because of the history. One of the things I've learned along the way about myself is that I'm a very visual person. I just can't write about things unless I've seen them. So I started to make trips back to England so I could walk everywhere my characters were going to walk. And in fact, the second book, Margaret, Daughter of York, I could not begin to even imagine Margaret until I had walked the places that I knew she'd been in. I also have a wonderful medieval map of London. I can walk my characters through London streets that were there in medieval times that aren't there now, and it makes me feel as though I was back there. One of the most challenging things about writing historical novels is you have to get everything right, not just the dates and the people. It has to do with whether or not the food was correct. Do you have the costumes of the period correct? What time did they get up in the morning? So things like that you have to research, and it takes time. You can't fool your readers. They're going to pick up on mistakes. So all of these accuracy problems that historical novelists face are very important. One of the things that I find very useful that I came up with was trying to keep my fictional characters and my factual characters straight. So I came up with this chart. I put the dates down one side and then the characters along the top and make little squares. As soon as I find a fact out about one of my factual characters, I write it in that square. Then I can get my fictional characters and weave them in amongst the facts. I put in a lot of detail from the period to try and transport my reader back to a whole different time and just take them out of this world.